Kyle, clear out.
Clear out. He's calling you. I'm saying it right now. Yeah.
All right, ready?
Hey, how's it going? We're doing the coverage here for the Long Island TCG Show. It was lit. It was a good time. I was here with my boy Dion from Trade Relic Co. Right here, we were showing off the setup. The setup was crazy. Curio Hunters, our first show, represent. It was such a good time. Met a lot of great people. Saw a lot of dope cards. Sold some. Bought a good amount. Probably bought a little more than I should have, but you know, this is part of the game. But anywho, setting up was kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I underestimated how the importance of knowing what cards you want to put into each display case and really valuing the space within each case, especially when you're working with one table. Here we decided to just kind of split one table, but now we know we need more than that. This is actually our first customer. Shout out to this kid and their dad for showing out. They really liked one of the pins that we had, the EV pin. I'm going to show an image of the pins that my wife makes. She actually takes some of the bulk cards, you know, like hollows, and turns them into buttons as well as magnets. So I'm going to make sure to insert an image as well as a link to some of the other stuff. They were really excited about it. Usually we sell them for like $2 to $3, but I was like, you know what? First customer, $1. I'm gonna keep this our first dollar made, and just definitely gonna cherish that. So shout out to you. All right, here we kind of broke down a deal where we did more buying. We were doing a lot of acquisition. Needed to bolster the case. We were going back and forth on what the deal would look like. I felt like, you know, I didn't want to kind of buy too many of the low-end singles, but I was like, you know what, let me do my thing. So we agreed on $25 for a couple of singles.
25?
Which I feel like it was a pretty good deal on my end. Appreciate them, you know, working with me on it. So $25 going out.
All right, we did a couple of more cards of buying. We did the Fampy, Execute, the Larvitar, Slack Off, one of my personal favorite Pokemon, Fion, and then the Pikachu and Tangela. Thank you, bro. Have a good one. Thank you.
Now here, we actually had an error on the pricing for two of the slabs. I think I had two copies of Charizard EX from XY Evolutions, and I had them priced the same. So that was a fault on my part. So I appreciate this gentleman showing us and letting us know that we had that on the stickers. So I was able to kind of like adjust that. Shout out to you. I definitely tried to ask him like if he was interested in buying one of the copies, but he ultimately decided not to, but it's okay. We keep it rolling.
Is it 30 or 40?
This one is the lower grade, so I believe this one's the 8, this one's the 9.
That's a 9, that's a 9.
Wait, what? Where? Oh, I'm tripping. Nah, that should be the same then.
I'll take it for 30.
You do 35 for it? 35? I'll mark that wrong. I appreciate you letting me know though. So I thought that one was the 8.
Now, this deal here, this gentleman was interested in our Poliwhirl from 151, and I figured, you know, why not? Let's try to break a trade. So look through his singles, you know, a lot of kind of lower value stuff, but I figured, you know, I could probably do something with multiple singles as well as some cash on top. So we agreed here, and this is me looking up comps using the non-existent Wi-Fi. We're gonna get back to that in a second because I tried my best. I appreciate my boy Dion over here hooking me up every time I needed to search up comps. I had to use his phone. So we decided on Rotom in Japanese, Houndour Master Ball Reverse, and the Japanese Giovanni's Persian plus $7 for the Poliwhirl.
So we did a deal for the Poliwhirl 151 for Japanese Rotom, Houndour Master Ball, and Japanese Persian raw, and $7.
Oh yeah. So this is funny because we actually had behind us there was a display, and it wasn't necessarily our display, but the people behind us, they set up their boxes to kind of face both ways, and so people kept on confusing their stuff for our stuff. But you know, people ultimately realized that the stuff that was ours was that little stack behind the display case, so we quickly kind of got over that hump. Prismatic, by the way, as well as 151, as everybody knows, has been tough to find. And so when this dude pulled up and he let me know that he had Prismatic and 151 booster bundles available, but he just didn't bring them with him, that kind of sucked. You know, that would have been cool to kind of cut a deal. He brought a bunch of Journey Together, but wasn't too interested in the Journey Together where he had it at, respectfully. And we did already have a bunch of Journey Together that we were trying to move, or that my friend was trying to move, Dion.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, if you were able to solve that,
Brody had the Prismatic, but he didn't bring it through though.
I had the Prismatic booster bundle, but I said, let me just keep these.
Yeah.
And I'm probably gonna, and I have a lot of 151 too. Like the Journey Together, I can't get the Clefairy, so I said, fuck it.
Wait, how far are you from the show?
I'm about like 35 minutes.
Yeah, that would be a drive then to go and get that. Because I would be interested in buying the Prismatic booster bundles for sure. That I would buy.
All right.
I appreciate you showing me though, bro.
You good?
I appreciate it, man.
But it was cool chopping it up with him, kind of just talking about cards and stuff back and forth, and getting to know more and more people. That was dope. All right, here we actually made a purchase for an ETB. Personally, I try to stay away from sealed product if I can, but you know, I think it was a Shining Fates ETB, and we paid about 40 on it.
Elite Trainer box coming in $40.
We later sold it for about 60, so $20 profit on that. Wasn't mad about that at all.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Here we actually sold one of our Mimikyus from the Pokemon Center ETBs, not the Pokemon Center stamped one, but the regular promo. I made sure to give the customer the choice of which one he wanted based on the condition, and that sold for $10. Now, oh yeah, we were going back and forth on Whatnot here. We were talking about Whatnot, just you know, what's going on with Whatnot, you know, all the shady-ish and all that.
Shady thing is, I wanted on a spin wheel, but so I had gotten that, and then I got a redemption card. Can't beat it.
Hey man, you can.
Can't beat it.
I need to get more on Whatnot, bro. I feel like Oh, he said no.
Fuck away from it.
I need to get more on Whatnot, bro. I feel.
Yeah, this got me, bro. I don't know, man. I feel like there's some solid people on Whatnot, but then you got a bunch of people that were just on some scoundrel-ish. So, but anywho, we actually broke a deal here.
We do straight across?
That works, yeah.
All right. You mind if I just show the camera?
Oh, yeah, go for it.
So we're trading the Tangela 151 and then also the Squirtle for Cerulege from Surging Sparks. Here you go, my man.
All right, thank you.
And this was a sale for our Dark Dragonite PSA 7. Brody was chill. Was not even willing to haggle on it, honestly. They just kind of like agreed to the sticker price and sent it over Venmo, which I was like, you know, I preferred cash, but honestly, I was like, a sale's a sale, and I had to kind of get stuff moving because I was doing way more buying than selling at this point. So appreciate the business.
We got the PSA 7 Dark Dragonite from Team Rocket, 150. Thank you. Appreciate it. Have a good day, all right?
I had this card for a few years, actually. I bought it like early 2022. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, this clip speaks for itself, man. The internet was trash. Granted, we were in a hotel lobby with like probably 300 to 500 people, so maybe it was just congested, but that shit was driving me crazy.
Are you having issues with internet too?
No, I've been getting it.
Sheesh. The connection in here is so bad, man. Like, bro, they killing me with this shit. Internet, especially with the connection out there, I can do it. Just because freaking my internet is not working right now. Switch my service, bro. T-Mobile shit. But it's only $4, so that's just crazy. Now your fucking not working. Why is the internet here so freaking bad, bro?
Oh, these folks right here, they were so nice. She actually picked up the ETB. This is a Charizard going out for $5. Charizard EX. Picked this up from the kid. This is another purchase that we did for a couple of Chinese tag teams, as well as the Feebas from Surging Sparks. My boy Dion was killing it, man. So he made a bunch of sales.
115, the Hoot Hoot, Nido King, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, 151, and Erica's Invitation.
Alrighty, thank you.
Enjoy, man.
Appreciate it.
So we got the Origin Form Palkia V-Star going out for 200. We got the Giratina V-Star going out 325. Yeah. All right, so we got the Wigglytuff from Fossil going out. LP, we got Deoxys V-Star and Deoxys V-Max. And that was for 75. Piece of the Mewtwo, Japanese 151. Here you go. Charizard from Ultra Premium Collection going out for 335.
Now this card was crazy. So it was a Clefable with an error, which was a no stamp. As you can see, I pull it up to the screen. PSA 10.
Camera?
Yeah, of course.
A no error Clefable actually, unlimited. PSA 10, crazy. I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Now personally, I felt like even though it was granted a 10, I feel like the condition and the pricing wasn't where I wanted to be at personally.
I'm just trying to. A Yu-Gi-Oh connoisseur? Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh?
Shout out to Yu-Gi-Oh, bro. Anybody who's still sticking with Yu-Gi-Oh in these dark times, man. Yeah, so Brody pulled up, showed me his collection. He had some decent cards. He also had a couple of I think he had some cards that weren't real or authentic, but I was appreciative of him showing me the collection. Oh, Brody right here, man. Ghostbusters, yeah. Sorry I didn't get your name, brother, but yeah, you had a crazy binder. I was tempted to get more, but we did ultimately end up picking up the Blackluster Soldier Envoy of the beginning. But I was tempted to pick up some more heat, but Yu-Gi-Oh is in a tough spot right now, but definitely I picked up that card for the PC. Appreciate this kid right here. He showed me his collection. It was more on the bulk side, but he was just more genuinely curious on what the value would be of the cards, and it was a little tough to appraise, and I wanted to make sure to be cognizant of, their time as well as my time, so I appreciated them showing me the collection. I was trying to be respectful and also be mindful of time, just because people are waiting to, either check out the case or whatnot, so thank you again for showing me your collection. Brody came back, man, and we're actually talking about if he was willing to drive, but it was like a 35-minute drive for them to go pick up the booster bonus. So I was like, you know what, man, it's all good.
Oh, you're talking big boys.
Talk to me nice.
He said, talk to me nice.
Talk to me nice.
Oh, shoot. Nah, hold up. Bro came through with the heater. The Poncho Pikachu. The Rayquaza Poncho. No, I think that was the Charizard Poncho Pikachu. Shiny Charizard Poncho Pikachu. Matter of fact, he wanted, I think he was selling a sticker was like $5,900 or $6K, and I just couldn't justify, even though it probably would have been a quick flip, but just I couldn't justify spending that much. even if it was a quick flip. But I appreciated him, especially because we cut a deal later on. I'm gonna see if I could try to get his socials up on the screen. Super nice dude, very transparent, willing to work out a deal. Appreciate you. All right, this should go take me a little bit.
All right, let's make this easy. Ready?
Go for it.
Roll me anything that's not a 10.
And here we go, man. Let's get it. This was the biggest purchase of the night. Brody over here, he was trying to buy some slabs. We just couldn't come up to the price. You know, they wanted 80% on it, which is respectable, but you know, we kind of had to be mindful that we're paying for, you know, the table and we're giving our time. So usually like vendors, I can, now that I'm on the other side, I can see why they have that kind of like margin, that 20% margin, give or take, just because, you know, you are giving your time. But here we go. So a lot of back and forth, you know, kind of going over comps. Luckily they had the cards already priced out, so he made it very easy for me to just kind of like go through the deal. I trusted his numbers. You know, I kind of had to go off of trust here because my internet was not working and I wasn't really trying to bother my friend over there with, you know, getting their phone. So we had to do what we had to do. And, you know, here we go, freaking going through the calculations and making sure we got everything straight.
Cash App.
Do Cash App.
So this is my number is a little far off from that though, because I'm doing the percentage. I'm at 1,400.
1,400. That's like
80%.
80% is
About like 70, 78, 80%.
That's, well, so 1,500 is 80%.
14. I could do 14.
That's way too low. That's like 70.
What you thinking?
You're doing 1,400 divided by 18, 46. That's 75% you're offering at 14.
What you thinking?
I'm thinking 15. That's 80%.
We came up on two numbers, so it was 14 and 1,500. 14 was my number, 15 was their number. I kind of wanted to be closer to 14 just because, you know, like $1,500 was a decent amount for what I was trying to spend. Granted, it was decent quality stuff, so.
Like this, I want this, I really want this.
1,500, that's 80.
Meet me in the middle, 1450. Because I'm taking the crab.
I already priced that at 200. That's already more than 10% less.
20-something bucks, man. Come on, 1450.
1450. Coin flip.
Coin flip what?
My number, your number. 1514.
You will see here, we're gonna decide on a coin flip. You know me, I'm a gambling man. Not really though, but I was willing to do it for the content. I feel like it was dope. Everybody was kind of like crowding around, seeing what was going on. So, you know, I did more deliberating, but I decided it was more than enough to warrant it. So, and while I didn't have the cash in hand, I made sure to, you know, get them right. 14 my number, 15 their number. I tried to meet in the middle at 1450. They weren't trying to do 1450, and we ultimately agreed to that. So
I flip a card. That's what
You want to flip a pin?
I flip a card. This would be heads. This would be tails.
Hold on, wait. I might have a coin. Let me see. Yep, I got one.
Flip it. Hell, you're calling.
You're calling it, right?
He's calling it.
Wait, yo, clear out.
Clear out. He's calling it. I'm saying it right now. Yeah.
All right, ready?
I mean, I have the green. I don't have the green. I have two in gold. That's my point.
You should have said tails never fails, man.
That's my boy right there.
Let me get 25.
bow, that thing went splat, dab in the middle. Heads. Damn. He got me. It's all good though. We're gonna go over the breakdown in a second. Super happy to make the deal. Even if we lost, it was a great deal still. Brody was cool. And he hit me for the graded guard. That was a little crazy though. I should have next time. You know, you kind of have to. I'm gonna establish those things before closing in on the flip. Had to let him know. I was like, beat me over the head for the graded guard, man. But it's all good.
All right, now I gotta start selling shit. All right, bro. So huge deal with Jason. 1,500. We got the Bulbasaur from Stellar. We got Blastoise CD promo in the 9. We got the Japanese Blaine's Charizard in the 9. Light Arcanine in the 9 Japanese. Houndoom from Breakthrough.
Yeah.
We got reverse or Delta Species Latios. Chikorita Hollow Japanese McDonald's promo. Mega Charizard from fucking XY Evolutions. Squirtle from 151. 2 Palkia Origin Forms. Special Delivery Charizard, and then a Japanese Ceruledge. All right, brother.
Pleasure doing business.
Thank you.
Like I said, take my number down. Shoot me a text. That way I got your name. Anything you need. Sealed, slabs, raw. I got you.
All right, bro. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Funny enough, we actually got an offer for this for the Blastoise CD promo later on in the show, but we just couldn't get to we just couldn't close on it. We're a little too far apart on it. If you're seeing this video, bro, hopefully at the next show you come around. If you're still interested, got it for you. But yeah, that was the show, man. It was a really good time, and I'm looking forward to the next show. We are going to be at Collecticon, not vending. We're going to be kind of on the spectator side, probably do some pickups and stuff like that. And we'll put out more info on any other shows on our socials. So follow us on Instagram and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.